Welcome back to DajibanLife. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. Here's the new Dajiban. It's a 2003 model. It's got 78,000 miles I think on it. So as bad as it looks, you know, the mileage itself isn't too bad. And when I bought it, let's see here. I don't know if you can see yeah, there's the mileage. Yep. So pretty low mileage van for 80,000 miles is not too bad. It's pretty rough though. I'll do a walk around. I think the body for the most part is pretty clean. Like obviously paint's chipping and stuff, but there's not that many dents. There's a dent here, but definitely not as bad as my old van. This could definitely just be bondoed up and filled in and smoothed out. It's got the taillights are kind of messed up, but I can just take those off my old van. Looks like someone tried to break into this guy, and so there's some crowbar, like pry bar, you know, evidence here. It's trying to pry open the door. It doesn't really match up here. Too bad it's not hand tied out yet. So I don't know if I'll actually do that. I don't know if that was worth it. It was fun though. And then this one has chrome bumpers. So that's kind of nice. It's got this stupid plastic cover, which I think I might just take off and get rid of. But yeah, we got that going. Oh, so many. So it's stock height, right? It's got these wheels on it. I think are from the truck, the Dodge Ram truck. Mismatched lug nuts, of course, you know. It's a 1500, so everything's stock, suspension stock. You can see it's got the double doors instead of the sliding door, which I actually like better. This one's got black interior instead of the gray. Let me see if I can adjust this back so you guys can see again. There you go. Yeah. But it's just a normal cargo van, same size. I think it's the 138 wheelbase. So same size van, same length, everything. So it'll just be a matter of transferring everything I've done on the other van over. Definitely needs a deep cleaning because this thing is filthy. I think maybe some lady used it for a while for something, because there's like women's clothing in here. There's like these leggings and stuff, fleece lined leggings. That could be nice. I might, you know, keep these and put them on. You know, keep me warm. The reason I have the seat out is because I was changing out the seatbelt from my old van, because the seatbelt in this one wouldn't work. It was locked. So either it was an accident and it locked up, or there was some damage on the frame, on the body. So maybe it wasn't sitting correctly, because these have to be at a specific angle for the seatbelt to actually, you know, work, or else they just lock up. But I sort of fixed that and I retried it, but I couldn't get it to work. So I said, just screw it, you know, I don't want to spend too much time doing that when I have a perfectly working seatbelt there. Except the wire harness is a little bit different. So I'm going to have to cut the connector from my old van and swap it with this one. Hopefully that'll keep the seatbelt light from coming on. If not, I could just short it out so it thinks it's connected, but it's not. I mean, if you forget to put on your seatbelt, I don't think, like, I think you'd know, you know, you don't need a light shining at you to tell you're not wearing your seatbelt. I think it's pretty obvious. Up here, everything works. Radio, obviously I'm going to swap my head unit over. And then the temperature system actually works in this van. So heat is hot and cold is cold. AC works, so I don't have to fix my AC anymore. This one's already working, so as long as I don't mess with it, it'll be good. Having heat is nice. I tried it out last night on the way here after picking it up, and it's hot. And oh man, you don't understand how happy that made me. Just the heater being hot, because in my van, the heater core is messed up or something, and the heater is not hot. It's just lukewarm. Probably because the heater core is like clogged. But in this van, clear as a whistle. So the only thing is the knob here, it's set on high. That's the only setting it has right now. The knob broke off, so I'll have to find another knob. When I bought it, it didn't have a catalytic converter down here. So this was gone. Somebody had cut. Oh, it's really windy. But somebody had cut it off, the cat. But what I did was I took the cat off from my old van. So we can go look at my old van. And as you can see in my old van, the cat is missing because I took it out and I put it on the new van. The only thing is the sensors on the old cat, or on my old van, the sensor plugs, the harnesses are different from the new plugs. So I still have the old exhaust pipes there with the sensors attached. So luckily the people, whoever stole the cat, cut the cat off, they left the sensors on for some reason, even though the sensors are pretty expensive too. I know catalytic converters have like precious metals inside them, which is probably why they cut it off to sell. They might get a few $100 or something for the cat, but those sensors cost probably like 100 each at least. Sometimes they cost 200. So they could have resold those for like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever, if they just cut a little bit more. But lucky for me, they left them on, so I just need to take them off of there and replace the sensors in the cat from the old van. And that should work. Then my check engine light should go off. I haven't run the OBD2 reader, so I don't know if there's any codes on this van. There was no check engine light on at the time, and it was out of battery. The battery was dead when I got it, so it wouldn't have any codes stored anyway. Probably it'd be cleared, but I still need to run that, check it, make sure everything's clean. But let's see if I can show you guys the engine. Here's what it looks like inside the doghouse. It's really dirty. I mean, it looked like it had been sitting for a few years at least when I got it. The last known sold date was 2019, and it's 2021 now, so it's been sitting for at least 2 years. But there's some rust and stuff on the exhaust. The undercarriage, the body looks really nice, no rust. But the suspension down there, it does look like, or it feels like there might be a broken tie rod or something, because the steering's kind of floaty. I guess all these Dodge vans have the same problem with floaty steering. But I'm sure something's broken down there, but it's all original OEM stuff, Mopar, ball joints and all that stuff. So I think a majority of that stuff is still good. So I might wait on replacing those. I don't know, we'll see. I could just swap my Moog stuff over because that stuff is pretty brand new. But definitely needs a tune-up. I'll probably be changing out the plugs and wires for the new XL kit that I have on my old van. So I think the engine is pretty much new. I wasn't sure if the mileage was accurate because of how bad the van actually looks from the outside. But there's no leaks. The transmission, there's no leaks from the pan. There's nothing going on there. All that stuff. So it'll just be, it probably needs an oil change. Definitely. The oil is pretty black, and it's probably sludgy in there a little bit. So definitely need to do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and probably change the since I bought the parts for my transmission but never used them, the transmission filter and the transducer and the what is it, governor pressure sensor or whatever. I bought Mopar original OEM parts for those, so I'll probably swap those back in to this one, just to make sure it lasts longer, And then I have an oil cooler, a transmission oil cooler also on my old van, so I'll move that to this van. So definitely needs to be cleaned a little bit. This is me like spilling oil and cleaning stuff up because I didn't have a funnel. But everything looks good here. I'll probably swap out my alternator here for the new one that I got, the high output one, because this one I saw that it was having trouble keeping the voltage up above like 14. It would be like 13.6. It's just like a normal alternator, so it still works, but definitely high output one would probably be better. I'm not sure if I should change out the idler pulley here because I got a new one. And this one's only has 60,000 miles on, or 80,000 miles on it, but I guess I should probably replace that as well. So I'll look at doing that. Trans fluid looked good. It was clean. It was nice and pink. Engine oil, like I said, was bad, but that's gonna be changed. Nothing going on over here. The radiator seems okay. Oh, and check this out. This guy is actually still intact. I don't know if you know anything about these Dodge vans. The coolant reservoir cap, normally this tab is broken, so you either just have the cap or you just have the bottom ring. You never have it in one piece like that. So that's pretty amazing to find that on this van. It's still intact, perfect condition. Brake fluid's good. The brakes are not that great on this van for some reason. It looks like it says it's full. It's at a full level, but I don't know. And the steering seems okay. A lot of the steering linkage I'll probably swap out for the stuff I have in my old van because all that stuff is pretty much new. So, you know, I'll salvage as much as I can of this van since it has lower miles. But definitely brand new parts I'll probably swap over. And then the only other thing are the double doors. It's missing a handle. So you can't really open it from the outside, but it still works. I can open it from the inside. I'm probably going to go to the junkyard and pick up a pair of double doors, clean ones, maybe ones with windows, so I can actually see over my shoulder. Let me get out of the wind. So yeah, need to replace those doors and rip this headliner out because it's pretty gross. It's just stapled up here. Someone just stapled to cut. Awesome. It's definitely a woman. Definitely a woman probably lived in here or she used this fan and she just was like, well, the headliner's sagging. What do I do? Instead of ripping it off and replacing it, she just decided to staple it up. Which is valid. It kind of has that, what do you call it? You know when the, like the, there's just a certain thing in upholstery where you know, I think that's what she tried to do. It looks like there was some kind of pattern here, sort of, but she didn't really measure it out. Maybe it wasn't a woman. I'm just assuming at this point. So I won't assume. I'll try not to. But the visors are nice and clean. I mean, for the most part, they need to be, you know, wiped down, but they look pretty new still. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. We've got a phone holder. Oh, nice. I needed one of those, so free one there. Subscribe for updates. I'll put this van on a new playlist, Dajiban 2.0, the build. And, you know, you can watch me pretty much take a van that you know, just bought right off the street and me converting it into, you know, the van back there, basically, what I have back there. So you can watch the whole process. Last time on the first build, I didn't record everything. I pretty much started recording kind of in the middle of the build, I would say. Not really from the very beginning. So now you can see what I did, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna start living in this the way that it is for now. At least during the week when I have to go to work. And on the weekends I'll come back and stay in my other van because that's more like home for me, at least at this point, until I transfer everything over. But yeah, so I'll probably be just working on this on the weekends and then just sleeping in it, you know, during the week. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now, and thanks for watching.